27.
It's 27. We're technically live right now as we figure this out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back because Jeremiah skipped out on us. So give us a second while we get ready.
I had an event finally in my life.
Finally?
Just hanging out with my brother. So.
Oh, that's an event.
But that's
for you?
that's how exciting my life is.
Oh man.
Right there. Yep.
I think I should wear these the whole podcast.
Oh, there you go.
That's a look, right?
Yeah. It is a look. All right.
See, if I wore these the whole time and then took them off when you left and went to play, like it would be like I just walked into the daylight.
Right? Oh yeah, I used to. I had.
So I can't.
You know where that.
I don't see our chat.
Yeah, I see it. You know that colloquialism, rose-colored glasses. Well,
Yeah.
I actually had red-tinted glasses.
Oh, me too.
That I picked up in Germany. So, yeah, and
Really?
I.
All right, hold on. Let's just let me go live, then we'll talk about glasses. This is good. All right. I think your sound's on your iPad. It's turned on. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought I heard us for a second.
You're right.
Welcome to the Zero Intentions Podcast. I'm Kyle with Ski Goggles. That's Jeremiah and Grogu over there. Zero Intentions, episode 27. We're back, and if you didn't catch the intro while we're starting, we're talking about rose-colored tinted glasses. Jeremiah had a pair of red ones. Go
Yes,
ahead,
that's
Jeremiah.
right. Yep. Yeah. So like I
Oh,
said,
wow,
I picked them
already
up
it's so
and
much brighter. That's how you wake yourself
there you
up.
go. Yeah.
If you're ever feeling like really tired, just put on
take a
some
little
dark
nap.
shades
Yep,
and then
yeah.
just take them off. Oh, we're
Right.
back. So you had red ones.
Yes. Yeah. So like I said, I picked them up in Germany and, just for fun, went to, got them in a head shop there. But you put them on at first, and it's really hard to see everything. Your eyes then adjust so that you're just like normal, like I can pick out what's going on.
It's just normal.
But then when you take them off,
It's like a whole new world.
exactly, yeah.
You're like, whoa,
So,
this is what things look
yeah.
like?
but all the colors messed up, and yeah, it's funny.
I've got a picture. I'll show you. I've got a picture of me wearing mine.
Yeah.
So my cousin, I'm trying to remember. I don't think you've met him. Well, he was at our wedding. He had a long hair. It might have been in a ponytail. He's a pretty short guy, but he had super long hair. It might have been braided.
Yeah.
You remember seeing him?
I don't remember. No.
Anywho, he was like a scene kid.
Yeah.
Like, I guess earlier than that, because he's older than me. So like scene and emo probably weren't really called that then. Like he had done.
No.
He was like when MySpace first started, and he would
Yeah.
like take an edgy picture with like a gas mask on,
Ah. Okay.
and he got wrist tattoos of those like red and black stars. You know what I'm talking about? The
Yes.
two-tone stars. So that was
Yes.
kind of guy he was.
Okay.
But he was.
I don't know if those have an actual name.
I
or
don't
not,
remember, but he was
yeah,
so
they were very popular.
so cool
around
in
that
my
time.
mind, and he had this pair. They were like skinny, square, red,
Yeah.
and he had
I
them.
mean, mine were rectangular.
Yeah, they were
but
rectangular.
they weren't really skinny.
These
but
were-
they were kind of.
These were smaller than your glasses you have on now, though.
Yeah.
But they weren't like uber skinny.
Yeah, little.
I thought
short,
they were
I think.
so cool.
Yeah.
And he left them at my house during like a family event, like
Mhm.
upstairs by the PS2. We were all gaming,
Mm.
and I was like, "Mom, he left them," and she's like, "Well,
They're yours
I'll tell
now."
his mom." And she told her, and he was like, "Oh, you can just keep them." And I was like, "I'm the coolest kid in the world.
Huh.
This is it. I have them now."
There you go.
And
I peaked.
I've got a
That's
picture of
it.
me wearing them when I moved out or moved back in with my parents, and that was
Yeah.
just some blunder years. I'm glad I don't have pictures of me wearing them when I was actually little.
Yeah. I've got some pretty interesting, fashion choices I made.
Oh yeah.
As a young man. Yep. Which is funny because, like we did, mock elections or mock, awards in high school.
hmm
And for some reason, I don't know how or why, but yeah, I got voted best hair.
Really?
So yes, yeah.
In my yearbook, so that's just funny. So in high school, I joined yearbook.
Yeah.
It might have been junior year, but definitely senior year. And I used it a lot to skip class because you take pictures and do interviews. But we could just put anything in it. Like obviously it gets
Yeah.
checked for like crazy stuff. Man, I would just take a picture of Graham, and I should pull it up. I just randomly quoted in them things of like what he's doing. Like it's totally fake. I made it
Yeah.
all up. Then in there, someone in the class for me was like, "What are you doing for spring break?" And it was like, "I'm not telling my parents. I'm going to Chicago for a week by myself." Like just completely outrageous things that aren't true at all.
That's great. Yes, abusing the power of the yearbook. Yeah, I love it.
We had mock elections, and I won best car, which was not hard in high school. I had just traded my parents' Trailblazer for Charger, so I mean, like, it's high school. I mean, now I see kids with really expensive cars, but in 2013,
Cadillac in high school.
I mean, that would have won easily, even a beat up old one. Like the girl that won, because one guy, one girl, was a Ford Escape.
Oh, really?
That her parents leased for her. Like, so that tells you the caliper we're on.
Yeah.
It's like you could have driven really anything and won that one.
Wow.
But yeah, my yearbook was so fun. You could write whatever. Some girl got in trouble because she got in a fight with another girl, and she ran a macro in the file that changed this girl's first and last name to the whore or something.
Wow.
And so boom, changes them all through the whole yearbook. And it didn't go to press, but I don't know how long she had it in there before someone caught it. Like someone had told me that it happened.
Wow.
I was like, man, what if that had gone to print? It'd be crazy.
The school would literally have to reprint them.
And they're expensive.
That they wouldn't.
If it got brought up, like, what if that girl never bought a yearbook?
Well, I mean, it would require the entire school not say anything about it.
I know. We were trying to do our class song, pick a class song.
Yeah.
And it was Good Riddance by Green Day. But they had choices, and they were playing them in between passing time.
Yeah.
And somehow they started playing Pumped Up Kicks.
Oh, really?
And it took them like 2 class periods before someone like alerted the office, like, "Hey, I don't know if you're aware of like what this song
what the lyrics are, but, yeah,
it's like it
really shouldn't be played in school,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, now that would never happen, but this is them. You can't tell they're red. They are red. It's just weird lighting.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, that's not how I wore my hair.
Red.
But yeah. Well, so they're not super dark red. It's just a really bad lighting on a potato phone. But even like the bronze was reddish tint.
Yeah, mine were like primary red. Like it's crazy. Like
I want to see if I can find. Let's just look up red sunglasses 2000s, because that's probably when they were. Okay. You know what so this is about how red they were, but mine were framed.
Ah, yes.
That's about how red.
Exactly.
I don't know if that'll show up.
Yeah.
No, there was an ad, but that's what they look like.
What are you doing? What are you advertise? Are we getting paid?
From Shein? Yeah, Shein. Hit us up.
I know.
That promo code, we don't get anything. Don't use that 10% off. We're not paid for that.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, the ad.
Yep, yeah,
there
it's
you go.
Just the ad.
Yep.
All I'm on here. Black and red star tattoo meaning. The red and black nautical star design represents the alternating colors on the compass rose found on nautical charts. This is sometimes called a glitter trail 3-star tattoo. If the stars are aligned last, the tattoo represents a journey that was taken. That's what he had.
Okay.
I don't know if that's why he got it.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't even know that back then, so I don't think so.
Yeah, but that's the tattoo I'm talking about.
Right?
He had 3 of them on his wrist. There's a racist tattoo that most people don't know. It's from the motorcycle symbol. It's the
Iron Cross?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know, but that's all over. My dad's friends were all big motorcycle
it's really
riders.
big in the motorcycle. You know.
But
and that's the thing. It's like
I didn't know that.
I was talking with someone who was reupholstering a chair that had the Iron Cross on it, and they had no idea. Like, it's a motorcycle symbol. It's not a
That's what all them did. I doubt any of them knew.
Yeah.
And it's not like the people that use the Nazi symbol to be edgy in the punk scene. It's like they just don't know or care in general. It's just
it reminds me of an article that I saw that a lot of Gen Zers were getting a Z tattoo, not knowing that it's a racist symbol. So
like the Russian Z tattoo?
Yes,
Oh wow.
Well, not necessarily like I don't.
Not
They're all
that
getting
script.
they're all getting different fonts and all that kind of stuff. But still,
I'm sorry if you're listening to us and you're young enough to get a tattoo for your generation.
Yeah.
That ain't right. Like you don't see boomers going around getting a boomer tattoo or
no.
millennials. It's weird.
Yeah.
Don't identify yourself
It's
to your
definitely not something
generation.
to be proud of either. Like you guys suck. So why would you want to get
Well, it's
tattooed on it?
just weird. Like if that's your identity, I don't identify with. I'm a millennial. You're a millennial.
Yeah.
I don't identify with.
No, of course not.
That means nothing to me.
No, because I mean that's the thing. It's like to say that we're all the same. Like we all have the same experiences. I mean, like sure we all grew up with the same toys as kids, but that's about same shows.
Even
but that's the extent of it.
Even still, I mean, your family that are my age did not grow up the same. I mean, that's a household thing, but
Right.
we're in the same generation.
Yeah, but that's why nostalgia is so big.
Yes.
Is because of that. Like for like you go through like any type of like album or posts where they're talking about everybody had these toys growing up. It's like, yeah, we did. I mean, those were the only toys that were available. I mean, like nowadays you can't do that. You're not going to be able to do that with kids today and say 20 years from now you all had this toy, because they're not going to.
You don't think
There's
so?
too many. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Mm-mm.
I think another big part about that is the technology break,
Yeah.
because, well, okay, maybe not these kids, but maybe someone who's tablets, like you can go pick it up for $50.
Right.
So it's pretty affordable in terms of toys if you want to get your kid a tablet. That's
Mhm.
pretty cheap. But the kids right on the cusp of that kind of stuff, where you were rich if you got a tablet as a kid.
Yeah.
Like for us, like a smartphone, I guess, if you were younger. Smartphones weren't out when I was really little, so
Sure. My parents weren't really into the whole giving your kids phones thing, so I didn't have a
Really?
phone until I was in college. So
my parents were huge, or my stepdad, huge tech guy.
yeah.
I mean, just loves technology. So it wasn't so much that he was buying it for us. It was like he just liked having the newest technology. So
Yeah.
Palm Pilot phone,
Hmm.
we'd get a hand-me-down to play with, not service, but like
Sure. Yeah.
bought a PS2 for himself. Like my mom got him Grand Theft Auto. He doesn't even really play video games, but he's into tech. So like when the next breaking thing, he's like, well,
Yeah.
I'll buy it. I
Right.
got it. Like when the Wii came out, we were just driving and he's like, let's stop and see if they have a Wii in stock.
Hmm.
It's like, for what? He's like, it's cool. Never seen anything like it.
Right.
Let's just buy a Wii. And we stopped in some game store right in town. Walked in. He's like, do you guys have any Wiis? We're like, yeah. He's like, I'll take it. We just
I'll
came
take
home.
them.
We just
Wait,
came.
what? Take them? Yeah, the whole whatever you got in stock. I'll just take them.
You laugh because that's what he did for the PS3.
Yeah.
He knew they were going to be big because so he
Right.
bought 5,
Huh.
and my dad bought 8,
Wow.
or vice versa.
Yeah.
And they just got one for free. They weren't like today's scalpers. They were just selling them
Like 50
each
bucks markup.
slightly
Yeah.
over
Mhm.
to pay for the first one.
Sure.
Whereas now people buy them, they'd be like, I want $2,000 each.
Yeah. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Right.
So stupid. I think it's hilarious that one guy that posted like stacks of them, and someone else posted like his location after that, and be like,
Really?
let's go shopping. Yeah.
Let's go shopping. Take it. I think it was harder then too, because if I remember my dad, I don't know how my stepdad got him, but when my dad got him, he was friends or knew a guy that worked at Blockbuster.
Hmm.
And that guy was like, we're only getting so many. He's like, well, how many will you sell me? Because you could pre-order and allocate. And so you had to know someone to like get it. Now you can write a script or bot just to attack the websites.
Right.
Whereas back then it was like storefront.
Yeah.
You have to
it
know
was-
someone.
Yeah, it was really hard to get a PS5, and that's the thing. I wasn't really looking for a long time, and finally I decided I'll pick one up. But it took a couple months of trying to get one. So
I could have got one the day before it was released,
yeah,
sitting on the toilet. It was when Target accidentally put them up for sale.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, what am I going to do on launch day with it?
Yeah.
Like I'm not a huge video gamer, so it's not like, and there's no games at launch that I'm like, I got to play it.
right, yeah,
And then the first round of re-ups, my buddy was like, hey, they got them. So I put it in my cart, go to check out. I was like, I just don't need it.
Mm.
I don't. And then, of course, the wife got me one. So
Yep.
That was nice. But still,
Right.
there was, at that point, they're hard to get and no games really.
Yeah.
Like besides PlayStation Collection.
Right.
Still, even, there's not a lot. Like the triggers are so sweet on the PS5.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love when games use it.
Right.
Fortnite has it for different guns when you're shooting and reload, so I love it. It's become so nice. I wish that continues.
Right. Something I just noticed the other day was like the sound changes as you're getting low on ammo for certain guns.
On Fortnite?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, if you're using an assault rifle, like it starts sounding like chink 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 chink.
Oh, okay.
Low on ammo.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does Elden Ring have any of the adaptive triggers? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Yeah.
I didn't play it enough. I just told your other brother he can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Timmy's been way into it. And then I can't get into it.
Yeah.
I think I've pinpointed why. It's like an open world. It's not the hardness for me. I could get around that. It's the lack of direction. And I know the game's built like that, so I would never ask them to change it. But for me, it's like,
you need an objective.
yeah, I have too much going on to just throw me into the world. Like in my real life, I have too much. So like when I sit down,
I mean, for me, that was simple. The objective is to do everything.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to be guided. Like I just started Assassin's Creed. Now I like that you have a main objective.
Right.
So if you don't fall into side stuff, you can always fall back in line. Like, okay, well, let's see where this brings me now.
Sure.
So if Elden Ring just had a main quest, I'd be way more into it. Don't hate on me. I'm not going to go online and say they need to change this. Because there's certain people.
It does, but it's not really like, not super overt.
Exactly.
Like,
but there's people that want that type of game.
Yeah.
And I'm not all for cancel culture. If I don't think you're funny, no one should, If you like that game. If I don't
like it, you're not allowed to.
Yes. I don't want it. That ruins things. It's like, I like specific racing games, and if people hate it, I don't want them to change my game. Like that's why I'm playing it.
Right.
I was pissed when Fortnite became what it did because I liked OG Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now no build is amazing.
Right.
OG Fortnite had some building when no one knew what they were doing, but no build is just superior.
Right.
I hop on there. It's way more fun.
That's the thing. Like I formed my opinion of battle royales based off of like the build nonsense in Fortnite, and I've hated them. But I've been playing Fortnite every day.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you on there.
The dailies. That's because I don't broadcast.
Oh, you hide yourself?
Yes, some hidden people.
Need to stop looking at this. I was
trying
to find. My cousin has so many pictures from when he was older, or like old. So many weird pictures, but none showing the one arm that has the tattoo I was talking about. Like so many photos, his other tattoos, like he just had one of his raising his arms and that wrist is cut off. And then he's got this cringy photo, but it's on the arm holding the phone.
Of course.
So I can't see the tattoo.
So I just hit level 80 today in Fortnite for this season.
Okay, I'm 40, and all of my levels have mainly been from death runs. I just did 2 death runs today alone.
So I do my dailies in I'm doing them in the solo, and then after I've done the 3 dailies, then if there are no like season quests or resistance quests to get the extra few thousand, I then go over and do a death run. So.
Okay. How it seems so complex.
Because you get like extra XP for spending like a time in creative. Yeah.
I've just noticed with all the missions, there's so many. It's hard to like look at all your quests in Fortnite now.
Yeah.
Like before there
there
used to just be like 3.
Oh,
3 dailies and then whatever the battle pass is. So level 90, I was wondering this and I haven't looked. Are you battle pass level 90?
80.
Battle Pass
80, yeah.
And then your battle pass number is the same as your level?
Well, no, I don't. The count level? No, I don't think so.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Is it
I haven't looked. I haven't seen what my account level is.
I'm trying to pull up here, and then I'll stop looking at my phone. I want to pull up the our chat. Okay, there we go. We've got Nintendo Switch Extra Large and Delo TX, who's been in here before. I don't know if you're a bot or a person, but I see you guys. Nintendo Switch Extra Large. Come on, let's hear from
Let's
you.
have that sponsor. All right. Nintendo's watching us? Yeah.
Nintendo Switch XL, maybe.
Ah.
Maybe it doesn't stand for extra large. Maybe it's extra loser. Maybe you're an extra loser.
Oh!
For not being in the chat.
Uh-oh, getting called out. You better
Maybe
better
they have
yourself.
a Z tattoo.
Defend yourself.
They're Gen Z.
I heard about it.
I heard it. It's confirmed here, everyone. You heard it here. Nintendo Switch XL has a Z tattoo.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about your luck, bud, or gal, or what.
Oh, no.
Whatever it goes for.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like you said, I've been trying to get that, like, that one anime skin.
Oh, you want an anime skin?
In the Battle Pass? Yeah, I like that one.
I hate them.
Yeah.
They look so out of place.
They
like
do,
they look,
yeah.
and I just hate it. I
Yeah.
see them, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I almost bought that Galaxy skin.
I
I don't know
didn't
if
see
you've
it.
seen that.
No, Nick bought Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Not the Spider-Man
the,
everyone
I
has.
bought the Touch of Gold skin.
I know that one.
Yeah, I like that one, so I bought that one because it's reactive.
Do you have the
So-
OG skins?
2, yeah. I have Rose Team Leader and the dude, whatever his name is.
Did you buy them?
No,
Because you have to buy them now,
yeah, no.
which is
I-
awesome. I've got the OG skins.
Yeah?
I mean, mine that I'm playing is either Season 1 or 2, the level 100. I've never seen anyone else with my skin, ever. Not since it came out.
Yeah.
That's why I like using it. Plus, she's a badass-looking cowgirl, or whatever she is.
I've seen that a few times.
Oh, have
actually.
you?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
And then
And every time I look and see
If it's me.
if it's you, yeah. Is that him? Nope. Wow.
See, that's how low you don't see him. Where you see it, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Kyle.
Yep.
There he is.
There's a few, but
Do they have a dragon on their back?
no.
I grinded so hard to get that dragon. He's so
Yeah?
cool.
Where was that? Where did that come out?
I don't know. Probably Season 3
Yeah.
or 2. So long ago. I have John Wick, who
Oh, yeah?
I think he's the first season ever.
Okay.
But he might be Season 2. It's so long ago that I can't remember if their first season really had a battle pass. You know, I can't remember if they were really doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I could probably look it up.
So this one right here, I almost bought this one,
Oh, that's pretty cool looking.
but because it's cool looking, yes.
The shoes are
but
cool.
it makes you the primary target.
Because it's so bright.
It's very noticeable. Yeah. Which honestly, the Touch of Gold one does the same thing. When I get at least 6 kills, I turn all gold. So.
Oh, that's sweet. But
Yeah.
then you kind of are in front of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see.
Then I
Season
stand
1
out,
Battle
yeah.
Pass.
So it makes it a lot harder. I mean, it's harder normally because by that point, all that are left are the good players.
So that was Season 1. I don't have that one. I don't think I have that one.
But yeah, but it's even worse when you're this shiny
Gold person?
gold person running around. But like there she is. Yep. Yeah.
Whoa, that's not Season 1. Because they're saying Season 2 is Doctor Strange.
Well, I mean that's kind of funny because that's like Doctor Strange is in it right now.
Yeah. So,
But it's like
and this is called Season 2?
it's
Oh, it's Chapter 3, Season 2.
Yeah, season 2, Chapter 3.
So I need to do Chapter 1. That's right, because they added seasons. Okay, here we go. So Chapter 1, Season 3 was John Wick. So that's the first time I think I ever played
Yeah.
for Battle Pass.
Mm.
Mandalorian was Chapter 2, Season 5. Here we go. So Season 6 of Chapter 1 was the Cowgirl. So I've got Season X and Season 6 on this. I don't know why they have them out of order. Season 2, 6, X, 3, 5. Like, I don't know why they put them in that order.
Right.
What did I say that was? Season 6?
Yeah, so I like I said, I finally started actually purchasing the items in the Battle Pass.
Yeah,
went
because
through
you have to
pages.
pick. Yeah, you get to pick now.
Yeah. So,
Kind of, because you still sometimes need them all.
Yes, you do. Yeah. In order to get the the pink skin for that the anime character.
Hmm.
You have to.
Ow. Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I caught a cat with my foot. She's attacking me from under the chair.
Yeah.
Um,
You have to unlock everything on that page.
right.
Page 8.
And
is it?
some of
8?
them are required
Right.
from previous pages.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. But one of those things on that page, you have to purchase 85 other
Whoa.
things. Yes. Which is essentially nearly everything.
Yeah.
Like just shy of like maybe one or two.
Yes, I
So
read that.
I
That's
ran out of battle stars before I even unlocked the page. So
I read that was a weird thing about it. It's
Yeah.
like, why even let us have it if some require everything?
yeah,
Just go back to the standard. You level up, you unlock that whole page.
right.
Or that one. It used to be just be one item
Yeah.
per level. Or a couple. Like one skin and then maybe some
Right.
emotes.
Yep. So the next page is the Doctor Strange page, and then you get to the bonus, stuff.
Right.
So-
Yeah. John Wick was technically level 100, but he was like 100 plus.
Ah, yeah.
Like, so you made it
Yeah.
to the end, but then you had the bonus objectives you had to do
Mm.
to get him. And everyone played as John Wick when that came out. They're
I
like, I'm
bet,
so
yeah.
cool. I'm John
I
Wick.
still see him.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, do you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was a cool skin, but that's why I didn't like to play with him.
Mm.
He's like, I don't want to. Why advertise? Because everyone's like, oh, there's a John Wick in our lobby. It's like, well,
Yeah.
you think they're good, but you could have just
Like I said, I wanted that Mike Lowry one, but
Mike Lowry.
yeah, Will Smith. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Keep my
Moist
wife's
Moist
name
Critical was
out your
using it.
mouth.
Yeah. So. But
You could be
that was
yelling that
pretty
at people.
fun. Right. Yep. But I guarantee you, they're not gonna bring that one back.
Probably not.
So.
Probably not.
Yep.
He just got banned for 10 years from
Yeah.
whatever that show was.
Yep. From the Oscars.
The Oscars.
Yes.
If that never happened, I don't even know if I would have known the Oscars would have happened.
No. And that's the thing. That's the only thing that people are talking about. Nothing that actually happened.
Which
no
sucks
one
because I
watched it.
heard there was some good things that happened, but
No, there wasn't.
there
No.
was
There's
someone.
nothing of.
I thought someone won an
redeeming
award,
value.
and it was given by someone that would have been cool to see.
Well, whatever it was, I didn't hear about it because it was all overshadowed.
Yeah, by Will Smith.
by the slap. Yeah.
By the slap.
The slap. Yep.
Did you watch Jim?
Capital T. Capital
Did you watch
S.
when they asked Jim Carrey about it?
I saw a clip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where he just like shuts it down right
Yeah.
away. He's like, no, absolutely not.
Right.
It's like not a good thing.
So I heard that that there was a big fight, and that was the topic that started the fight on Channing Tatum's like Magic Mike. What is it, 2? Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
So the woman that he was fighting with, like he fired her, like she got kicked off the movie because it was a nasty brawl based around an argument about the slap.
About the slap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very obvious to me, at least. I don't know where you stand for many reasons that he just shouldn't have done it.
Absolutely.
It's just
Absolutely.
there's just no reason.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, we could just name a few. His wife has said she doesn't care if people make jokes. He's made the jokes before. It was basically over. Then he slapped him. Didn't even punch him.
Yeah. Weird.
It's a very strange
Yeah.
thing.
So, I mean, it's obvious. Like he didn't stop and think. There was no stop and think in that.
And I
which is hilarious because other people are posting like his PSA is, when he was back at the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, was talking about that.
Oh,
about
did he say
violence,
something
and,
about
like,
it?
just
Oh, yeah,
stop and-
yeah.
Stop and think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I think
Like,
Chris
yeah, you
Rock's
should have done that.
brother said it best. He's like, it wasn't anything Chris Rock did. He's clearly
Right.
it's
Yes.
all
Yes, exactly.
he was compensating. Did
Yep.
you see what Ricky Gervais said about it?
Hmm.
They said, if you were hosting again, would you have made jokes about her hair? And he said, absolutely not. I would have made jokes about her boyfriend.
Yes.
So,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I would have done.
Sure. Yep.
My dad said that Chris should have said, if you want, I know you slapped me, I can make it up to you, I can sleep with your wife. That would have been great. Like, that would have been a sweet comeback.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, I'm sorry, I offended you. I'll sleep with her. We'll make it good. It'll all be okay.
The sad thing is, like, obviously, like, not to take away his responsibility because he is 100% responsible for his own actions.
Right.
However, like, she is a extremely abusive and manipulative person. Like, she is awful, absolutely horrible human being. So,
Well, for sure, because I went back and watched the interview of them announcing she sleeps with other people or whatever, and she just keeps like shaking it off. And she's like, "Oh well, we've both done things and we're over it now." And he's like, "No, we both didn't do things."
yes, right. Like, well, you spent a little too much on the credit card, and I, slept with August. I mean, they're the same. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Like, you make all of our money.
I'm not saying that I don't know for certain. I don't know if Will's, stepped out or not. I have no idea. So I can't claim to have knowledge about that. But at the same time, like, I know that watching that, the show that they did where he was talking
whatever
about
that was called,
like, he was uncomfortable. Like,
oh yeah,
he was
the whole
like,
time.
Man, like, I hate this.
Well, he didn't want to do it.
No.
Well, I mean, maybe he would have, but
right?
it was weird.
Yeah. But
Definitely
just
strange.
watching his body language of her just like
so
yep,
chill.
I'm proud of this.
Yeah,
and I'm proud of the fact that I don't respect you. And
that was what was weird and offsetting to me. How she's like, "Oh, it's good. We're a bad marriage." It's like, it's weird that you're just saying that, and he has to sit there.
And now she's like, bringing up again the fact that she never wanted to be married in the first place. It's like,
which
awful. I mean, seriously.
And if he, because we don't know, but if he like knew all that going in, it's like he shouldn't have. He's like, I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's why he's still with her, is because he does love her.
Right.
She doesn't deserve it, but he does.
Will, get out if you can.
So
you should.
Yeah.
It'd be better for you.
But I mean, I don't know who I was talking to about this, but basically that was my point, is that it doesn't matter that he wants the marriage to work if she doesn't.
No.
So
it won't
I don't
ever
care
matter.
how much you love them. It takes two people to have a marriage. Like, if one of them is not like for it and not in it and fighting for it,
it won't work.
Then you have to walk away. No matter how you feel, how you want to make it to work. Like, it's just, yeah.
Goes with anything. I mean, people get into bad business like that.
Yeah.
Them and a friend or relative start a business and they're pulling all this weight. They're like, I want to make this work with my best friend or my wife or whatever. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Everyone involved in the situation has to be into it.
I mean, that's not to say it's not redeemable, like, but it would take that person.
Her. Yeah, it's going to take her.
It would take her to realize, I do actually want this, and to do a 180 and to change.
See, the way I see it, and the way I was talking to, don't know how to word this. The situation with someone's job that we know about currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I explained it was like, why would that person change? They're doing whatever they want with no consequences. Why change? That's how she is. She doesn't want it to work because she doesn't care. She gets everything she wants.
Well, I mean, that is the, just the hallmark of a narcissist. I mean, honestly, like, they do not care about anything other than themselves.
Right. So speaking of narcissists and bad marriages, did you read the latest on Amber Turd?
I've seen a few reports about people checking in about, every day.
I saw one.
I don't know what the latest is, but yeah, I've heard.
It was her hairdresser or makeup artist was like, I worked for her 3 years straight and never once saw any bruising.
Yeah.
Like, it never happened.
Right. There was was it her that was saying, like, she never wears makeup unless it's like a, like an event?
I don't know.
Because people were trying to say, oh, well, she works in Hollywood. She's an expert makeup artist. It's like, well, those two things are not, a given. Just because you're an actor or actress doesn't mean you know how to do makeup.
Oh, right.
You're basically, you know how to sit in the chair.
Right.
Like, you know how to sit there and let other people do makeup on you.
And it's so different. You think when you see makeup, and I know just from your brother who was getting really into it and watching all these tutorials, it looks completely different off camera than on camera or in photos.
Oh yeah.
You're not doing it to look good in person.
Right.
Everything is for the screen or the camera or the picture.
I'm not, like, I'm having to to tell Instagram over and over and over and over and over and over and over, I'm not interested in this, all these makeup posts.
You get a bunch of makeup
I
posts?
do, yeah. Just out of the blue, random.
Mine are the TikTok dances.
Oh yeah? Huh.
And like I even went.
Yeah.
This was just like I don't know, a month ago. I
But
went
it's
in.
not it's not just like normal like, beauty makeup. It's like, like completely like impractical, like bright,
Oh jeez.
like
Have you cleared?
weird
You
shapes
can go in
and
there
all
and
this stuff.
clear what they have on you.
Can you? I've
Yeah.
been trying to, man.
I looked it
just
up
don't
and
know
I
how
did
to
it,
do it.
and it worked for however long I did it. But now
Yeah.
they're coming back. And then when
So-
you click on it, sometimes it says based on your interest. They don't say that anymore.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you're just showing it to me because you didn't fully delete it.
Right.
You think I still want that, and now that you click it,
Yeah.
now that it says based
I
on
mean,
things
all,
you interact
all I
with.
want to see on Instagram is art. That's it. That's all I want to see. And yet, I keep getting all this crazy stuff.
See, mine is cars.
I get a lot of wedding stuff too.
Really?
Like, what do you think I'm into? I mean, seriously.
That's weird. Yeah, mine is
So-
all, or I want it to be all cars, and then musical artists, mainly Blink-182 and all their old footage I like seeing, and that's all still there. But then it's all the sprinkled in things like
Yeah.
TikTok dances. Here's a girl in a bikini. It's like this. I don't ever click these. I'm not liking these photos. I'm not saving them. Why are
Right.
you showing it to me?
Oh yeah, it's funny because like I took a screenshot of this because I'll click on it and say not interested, over and over again.
Oh, and that doesn't help.
No,
See, I'm worried to click
So-
it because even if you
because
say not,
it's an interaction.
because it thinks
Yes,
now
exactly.
it's tricking you
And
into
that's
it.
that's the problem is because I did that one day. The next day, I opened up Instagram. Half of the screen was all makeup, and I'm like, "Are
Yeah.
you serious? I just told you I don't want to
Yeah,
see this."
because you interacted with it. That's
Yep.
what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
That's what it
Yep.
is. Yeah, you
Just
can clear it.
Clicking on it, you can't say I'm not interested without clicking on it.
I know.
Is the thing. It's
That's-
like I have to click on it to say I'm not interested.
So let me see. But you go in and you have to go to, is it count maybe? Review activity. I know you have to clear search history first.
Yeah, see, that's saying there. I never search for anything, so there is no search history.
Yeah, you still have to clear it, and then there's one other thing. But I gotta find it. You know what it is?
Hmm.
I think you have to open it in your browser.
Oh yeah.
I think, which you can
Okay.
just do on your phone.
Okay.
But that's it.
All right. Yeah, that's a little better. I mean, like, got one celebrity thing, one dance, and then the rest is art. So, oh nope, there's a make. So 3 things I'm not interested in. But
What is that? Your explore page? That's what it's called.
explore page, what?
Yeah. That's your explore page, your little hourglass thing or your eyeglass thing.
Yes, magnifying glass. Yeah. Yep.
That's called your explore.
Yeah,
And
but
there's-
still at the top. Look at like those things right across the top. These are the things that are showing up there, like these categories: makeup ideas, makeup looks, makeup inspo, graphic liner, euphoria makeup, festival makeup, creative makeup, colorful makeup, makeup look, and makeup tutorials.
Really?
All makeup. I'm like, what the heck, dude? I do not want to see this.
So I cleared my search history. I'm looking. It looks like they've tried to hide it. I'll find it. There was a way to do it. Because now everyone's saying just manually do it.
Yeah.
Manually tell them all. But that's not it. What I did was I had to go in to the browser. I can't remember what it was, but that worked. Let's see what mine are at the top. Mine is, okay, so here it is. Oh, geez, just reset. But you can see, so 2 cars. Let me clear the users. There's a lot of cars on, oh, Jesus. Twitch, stop. How do you get rid of the Twitch thing? But you can see just off the bat, I mean, there's girls in Weird Dancing right there.
Right.
And if you look at mine's NASCAR racing. I don't care about NASCAR at all, but maybe because it's cars, they just
Cars,
throw it in
yeah.
there.
Well, that was my theory. Is that I'm into art, so they're like, well, makeup
Right.
art.
So then they
there you
got
go. Let's try that.
JDM cars, electric guitar. Okay, so we're good. golden retriever, college football, billionaire toys, tabby cat. Where are they coming?
Right? Just throwing everything against the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah, so I just reset it. I would say 90% of this is girls, right?
Yeah.
With some cars on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to click them to show you, but it doesn't say, based on your thing. It just says like suggested for you or something. Like if I click this Porsche, similar to posts you interact with. The guitar, similar. But I bet if I click any of these other things, it's going to be like, we thought you would like it.
I haven't noticed that. Like I haven't seen, like where does it say that? Like when you open it up.
So, okay, here's a picture of Liz Sheridan. I don't know who this is. This is a death.
Yeah.
It says Instagram suggested.
Instagram suggested. Okay.
So those are ones that you're
Which
not.
Which is funny because, like, this is something I'd be into.
And it says Instagram suggested.
Yeah. Yep.
See, that's weird because like I don't want to click on any of these weird dancing ones. Like here's a picture of a baby cow. Why? Instagram suggested. But if I click any of these car ones,
Instagram's pretty terrible. I'll tell you that with their suggestions.
All of the car ones I click on, similar to what you interact with. Yes, thank you, Instagram. That is what I interact with.
Right? Well, we want you to interact with more, so we're going to... Oh, there you go. Yeah, see this one right here, similar with the accounts you interact.
Right, and that's something you would look at.
Yes. Yeah.
One of mine is billionaire toys, though. What is a billionaire toy?
People?
Oh, I wonder if it's thinking that's what expensive cars are.
Oh.
Because I'm looking at expensive. God, I want to meet the guy that's so rich that's like, yeah, that Porsche 911 Turbo, it's just a toy. Like, that one of 300, just a toy.
Yeah, don't really need it, but it's fun. Whatever.
That's like your $15 lock picking set to me. It's a skateboard.
Right?
It's just a toy.
Yeah. Yep.
Just a toy.
Yeah, I'm so ridiculously rich, I'm just going to buy Twitter.
Oh,
Whatever.
yeah. Elon Musk.
Yeah. It's funny because, they're terrified of him actually
Twitter?
buying it. Yes. Yep. They'll
There's nothing stopping him.
immolate themselves to prevent him from buying it.
There's nothing stopping him.
Which is what I don't know the exact details, but they're talking about like, some kind of poison pill or something like that.
To take themselves down.
Yeah. To prevent him from buying it. Yeah.
I mean, he can just do it.
Yeah.
It's just hostile takeover. I mean, he has the money.
Right.
I mean, it will cost more because stock price will go up as soon as he starts doing it, but he could just buy it.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping him.
Right.
I just watched Uber. Uber has a show on Showtime about Uber.
Oh, yeah?
It's with Love Hewitt, whatever that guy's name. No, Joseph Gordon.
Oh, Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah.
Man, good actor. But he plays...
I just watched Looper again the other day.
I haven't... Where did you watch it? It's one of the movies I've wanted to see,
Hulu,
but...
I think.
Okay.
Hulu?
It's one of the movies I wanted to see. It's on my watch list, but every time I look it up, it's not on streaming.
I think it's on Hulu right now. Just added recently.
So on Showtime, they have it. It's called Super Pumped. It's a TV series. Each episode's an hour long, but it's filmed in the style of like Jobs, when they made the movie about Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
And it's... First, he does a great job, but it really goes through... Do you know what happened with Uber?
No.
Like, the guy started it, and then he was just basically a horrible... People say he's a horrible person. The show doesn't...
Standard businessman.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he was just... It was him against the world, and that's how he got it off the ground. No one wanted that to happen. Cabs and everything. And then,
yeah.
And then, so he was...
Were especially against rideshare.
So he was against the establishment, and then when he became the establishment, he was still playing as against the establishment. Do everything groundbreaking, but once you have a board and all that, they didn't like him doing that.
Yeah.
They're like, look, man, you are the establishment now.
Right.
Now we just keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
And so they, not a forceful takeover, but they pushed him out, basically.
Right. Which is hilarious because that's actually what, Elon Musk's been tweeting recently is, there was that one, Saudi prince said, I reject the offer, the board member. And he's been in Twitter since they went public. But anyway, he said, like, you have a fiduciary responsibility to your shareholders to entertain legitimate offers.
Oh, he wants Twitter to sell?
What?
You're saying that guy?
Elon Musk did. No, the Saudi prince does not.
Oh, and Elon's telling him you're supposed to do
he
this.
does not want Elon Musk to buy it. Yeah, but,
Gotcha.
yeah, Elon Musk is like, you have a fiduciary responsibility.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there are consequences by not entertaining like
A legitimate
a
offer.
legitimate offer. That's over market value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's weird to me about the Twitter thing is I don't think he'd make any crazy drastic like Elon.
I don't think so either. I think they're all doomsayers that
I don't even think Elon
imagine
has
this
the
world.
time.
No, they imagine this world where, the only person allowed on Twitter is Trump. And it's like that's not what's going on. So, and the fact that the reason that Elon Musk is interested in buying Twitter is because they have become the de facto town square
Right.
and have a responsibility to be a free speech platform, and they are not.
I still think it's lower
they
than
think
that.
they are, but they're not.
I think it's lower for Elon. Everyone's, back and forth arguing. I think Elon is just a really rich guy with nothing to do.
He's bored, yeah.
And he's just like,
there's
I'm just
that's
going to
part of it, I'm
buy
sure.
it.
That is part of it.
Because
I'm
people
sure,
are like,
yes.
oh, he's going to be a dictator of Twitter. I think
Right.
Elon's going to, if he did, buy it and he'd be like, cool, all right. And then it's not like he's
He'll
showing
go
up
on
to
the next thing. Yeah,
he's not showing up to board meetings every
He's
day.
Not, exactly.
He doesn't care.
He's not looking to buy Twitter to be like, I run Twitter.
No.
Like that's not his thing.
He probably doesn't even want to
Not
sit on the
interested in
board.
that.
He's
Yeah.
like, I just want to own
The
control.
only, like I said, the only reason he wants to do it is because, like I said, is the latest thing that popped in his brain.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's basically what it is.
And they probably would have done that to the Uber guy, but they weren't public yet. One of the things that happened is Uber finally got the money to buy Lyft, and they went in, and the deal would have been Lyft keeps their jobs. The CEO of Lyft gets to sit on the board for however many years with a salary, and he gets to keep 16% of whatever, it becomes, which isn't huge at all. It's not enough to do anything. And the deal was all set, and the guy was so cocky and wanted to just hated Lyft so much that he was like, I'll give you 1%. And Lyft was like, nope.
Wow.
And that was like, it could have just ended it.
Yeah.
He could have. And his Uber only had like one major VC, venture capitalist.
Uh-huh.
And that was because the guy that started Uber started a company first, and he had a huge shareholder VC, and that guy basically was like waiting around for this tech company to launch, and so he went and got another one. That guy hated it and just killed the company. So he was so afraid to lose his own company that eventually, in the end, his own board pushed him out. I mean, he still became a billionaire,
Right.
and they show in the show the VC and him that were mad at each other. It probably never happened in real life, but when they're meeting, he's like, you know what? Be mad at me all you want. We both have the same last name forever. We're both billionaires. Like, it doesn't, no matter what happens, because when
Right.
he stepped down from Uber, he wanted the VC that started it all to also be off the board, so no control. And obviously that guy didn't care as much. He's like, yeah, I'm off. You lost your company, and I lost my board seat, but we're still billionaires forever. Like, you can't. No one's taking that away from you.
Right.
You'll forever have the money. And I guess he has a new company now, the Uber guy, somewhere else. We'll never hear about it, but
Mensch. I have no idea.
But yeah, that's just that mindset of person. So he might have done scummy things, like he didn't want the Uber drivers to be tipped and stuff like that. But it's all, business. He didn't see drivers as what makes the money. He wanted to be he wanted to be the main travel. He was trying to change travel, not have a product.
Right.
Which makes sense. And his board wanted the drivers. That's all we care about. Without them, we have nothing.
Yeah. Without them, you don't have anything.
And his view was, well, not anymore. It doesn't matter. People like it so much. It's like Walmart. Everyone hates Walmart. They're still shopping at Walmart.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's like, we've done it now. And the board didn't like that. So interesting. Really good though. God, that.
I mean, if you had self-driving cars, you could not make it not about the drivers.
That was their thing they were doing.
Yeah.
They actually went and took Google's guy.
Oh yeah.
So Google, when they first did the self-driving car, he went and poached that entire team. And I don't know what the cooldown period was, but they waited, and he just kind of funded him on the side. And then when he brought him in, that was going to be his last ditch. Like, they can't get rid of me on the board if I bring this,
Huh.
because now we've changed everything. But Google put a ton of lawsuits, and they're like, you
Yeah,
can't.
that's I was gonna say, how are you going against Google? Like,
I mean, they were huge. I mean, Uber was, huge. They were burning money like crazy in the beginning. Huge burn rate.
yeah,
Because to get it started, obviously, you're just throwing money into
yeah.
a fire.
right,
But who knows? I mean, they could have been, if they let that guy stay on, Uber could be totally different now.
right,
But the board and the members and the shareholders are happy with what it is. So
yeah. It's funny. I'm surprised you didn't pull a Bruce Wayne on him. You're off the board. Well, actually, I'm not because I bought.
yeah, I forget. No, so what happened was they were going to vote him basically off. He brought in a guy that would basically be on his side, so they wouldn't have the votes.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the board turned to that guy, and they told him he was taking a leave of absence as CEO. And then, of course, he didn't really take the leave of absence. And I forget what they did. They were either going to force him out or he could resign. They gave him two options. One was killing the entire company along with him, and the other was him just resigning. And he chose the smart decision. Like, he could have stayed. You're right. He's Bruce Wayne. They can't really force him out. But they just said they would have just tanked the company because they didn't want it to go that way. It's hardball. Because he could have chose that way.
Yeah.
And it could have been a struggle, but
Right.
like you said, business-minded guy, he's just going to accept that he's lost.
Right.
You have to, if you're smart. Anyone
Depends-
out there with a
depends on
startup?
how big your ego is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. A lot of those guys that comes, part and parcel with being good at business is you have a enormous ego.
Yes.
So.
And it gets really crazy when you get really rich like that.
Right.
And really powerful. And
They were talking about that on Tim Pool's show about just the mentality of the elite, the rich, who the way that they were talking about and describing it is about living in a skyscraper, and basically like you gain this elevated mindset where you're constantly looking down on people, and they're no longer people to you.
Well, yeah, it's just numbers.
So, yeah. And they brought up Bill Gates as a perfect example of that. He doesn't view people as people anymore. So he's, and that's kind of the difference between, his mentality and Elon Musk's mentality, where, Elon Musk is pro-human and, Bill Gates is pro-earth.
Oh,
so,
right.
Like, in Bill Gates's mind, humans are a detriment to Earth. And whereas Elon Musk views humans as what makes Earth great.
Yeah. There's got to be a middle in between those because both are very bad.
Yeah.
Like, if you want the Earth to survive, humans aren't going to survive.
That's
Only
the thing.
humans, Earth doesn't
well,
survive.
here's the thing. So the Earth can survive without humans, but humans can't survive without the Earth. But so there is some.
Yeah, that's what I'm
some
saying. That's
truth
the middle.
To like conservation efforts, but to put conservation efforts above the the health of the species is retarded.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
stupid.
That's the middle, because like if you went all pro-human, you're going to deplete the Earth really fast, and
Right.
all pro-Earth, you're going to deplete humans really fast.
Yes.
So
Right. Yes.
it's one or the other. But
You have to find the balance.
the best quote from Bill Gates, and I think it just shows that he's more human than politicians. They ask him, they're like, "Hey, how much does a gallon of milk cost?" And he goes, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. He's like, I
Yeah.
haven't gone to a grocery store in a while. He's like, I have my shopping done for me. But when you see politicians be asked about prices, they just wildly guess,
Right?
and they pretend like they know.
75 cents.
Like
what?
at least in that moment, Bill Gates is being honest with
Yeah.
you and himself. He's like,
Right.
I don't know. I can't even be on that level with an average citizen because I don't do that. Whereas a politician's like, I'm up here, but I'm going to pretend
Yeah.
I'm with you.
They do. Yeah. That's how, like, I mean, honestly, like if they didn't do that, they wouldn't get votes. Like they have to trick people into thinking,
Right.
like this is my guy. This
Yeah.
is my
I don't
my
want
girl.
that. I want that guy.
Right.
Like I want the guy that knows, not the guy that pretends and not the guy that says he doesn't know, because those are both bad.
Well, I mean, like, like I said, it's all. Here's the thing, like it's skill sets and all that kind of stuff. The guy that might understand your life
Mm-hmm.
might not be qualified
Oh,
to make
definitely not.
decisions that affect your life. So,
Yeah, you need a balance.
Yeah.
But lying about it's bad.
yeah,
And also being the guy that's so elite that he just admits it, also bad.
exactly. Well, unfortunately, a lot of our politicians have, gone past that threshold where they are so disconnected from the average human, existence
Well,
and
that yeah,
experience.
yeah, that's the thing. They don't need to be
That-
like me. They just need to know what
Right.
average life is.
Exactly. No one's expecting you to live like us. Yeah,
No.
exactly. It's like, I don't care, how much money you make, but I expect you to do what is in my best interest as my
Yeah.
representative. Like, otherwise, who are you representing other than yourself and all of your, your cronies, your lackeys,
Well, that's
you know,
that's just weird about the U.S. If you're not from the U.S., which we know we have viewers from, we vote on someone who then votes on someone else on behalf of us. It's very weird.
right?
Like, we're not voting for the person, and we're not voting for the person to represent us. We're voting for a person to vote to represent us.
Right.
And it's in that 3-stage system that things get lost
Yeah.
because they're like, well, you voted me in, and now I'm going to vote what helps me with my pool I get to choose from.
Right.
And then that pool will choose our president. Not even, I've said it a million times, not the president who does nothing. They're voting for that class or that, party.
Yeah.
The president doesn't mean really anything. You're voting for everyone that comes with that. If you're a Democrat party and it's way more than one guy. Same with the Republican. The president's not a dictator. That'd be bad. But they've said a million times, the president doesn't even have top secret clearance. Like, he doesn't get that now.
Right.
Doesn't know any of that.
Yeah. Again, like I said, under normal circumstances, yeah, that is definitely the case. But the instance where I disagree with that is when they go outside of their, their responsibility or, what they're supposed to do as, the executive branch, and they sign executive orders.
Oh, yes. They
So
can do that.
executive orders should not be a thing. I'm sorry. Like the number of executive orders that are signed now and in recent times, that, from Obama to Trump to Biden is insane. Like, it should not happen. That is not the way our system is set up
Well,
to
let's just
function.
rewind back to what I said. If you can get away with doing it with no repercussions, why are you going to
Right.
stop doing it?
Yeah.
On anyone's point of view.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The first one that I remember was actually state of emergency, which is basically an executive order.
That's different, though.
No, but let me
That's
tell
a
you.
state of emergency.
Let me tell you what happened, though, because
Yeah.
it's basically an executive order. It was the Boston Marathon bombing,
Oh, yeah.
which alone
Yeah.
is extremely sketchy circumstances. But for the 2 or 3 states in that area, state of emergency, checkpoints, everything. The amount of arrests they made, completely unrelated, is staggering.
Yeah.
Because they could just go into anyone's house.
That's the thing. Like, the thing is that, like, for something like that, there should be a way to quickly institute, like, a system to handle, like, an immediate threat like that. However, it should also come with increased responsibility. Like, you have to be perfect
Right.
under this operation.
And it should, if we're
So-
doing that, everything should be reverted to the one task.
Yeah.
Find the guy that did the bomb.
Right.
They were breaking into people's houses and busting up weed grows. That should be all off the table.
Absolutely.
You were there to find
Abuse of
one
power.
person.
Taking advantage of,
The state of emergency.
State
They're
of
like, well,
emergency.
we call it.
Yes.
Let's bust all the other things we know about.
Absolutely not.
No, it's
No.
to me, and maybe because I was in college at the time or going into college, it's if someone calls for a drug overdose or alcohol overdose and it's a party, the cops don't arrest anyone. They're there to fix what's happening. The alcohol overdose, the injury, the drug overdose, that's it. They don't care about anyone else. They want you to call because they're here to save the person's life. They're gone. Cops show up, everything. That's how it should be. You're there
Yeah.
to find the one thing. Yeah, there's other things happening, but it's not. That's how you're going to stop people. Once
Right.
you hear the state of emergency, maybe you saw the bomber running down the street, if you know that you call, now they're going to kick down your door and they're going to find every little thing you have.
Right.
Why are you going to call?
Yeah.
You're going to be like, that's not my problem.
Right.
There he goes.
Yep.
Like, I don't want him in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't want him knocking down doors here.
Yeah.
So that was the first one I can recall that was huge overstep.
Yeah.
I get it, state of emergency. If there's a terrorist on the loose, you want to do everything you can to stop them.
Right.
But you can't do other things while you're
that's
doing
your
that.
one task. Yes,
Yeah,
that is
do
the one task.
do that.
That's the reason why state of emergency was called. State of emergency only lasts until that objective is complete.
Yeah.
And that is the only objective you pursue.
Right. Because I think we all agree we don't want someone making bombs running our streets.
Yeah.
We can all agree to shut down the streets and stores, stay home for 1 or 2 days max while I find this person,
Yeah.
and then be done.
Otherwise, don't declare a state of emergency. Just go about your job as normal.
Yeah.
Still look for the guy. Yeah, but it's not a state of emergency. But like I said, it needs to come with that added layer of responsibility. So,
Mm-hmm.
and if you abuse it, there should be consequences.
Well, you know what? The government investigated themselves, and they found nothing wrong.
Which is the thing. Like that is a super that's a big frustration of mine, is that there's nothing that can challenge the government's power, which is completely upside down of what the government is supposed to be.
Well, the other half
So-
is supposed to govern the other half,
Yes.
but they don't.
Exactly. They're
But
all
they
working
don't.
together. That's what the whole, three branches of government was supposed to do, was to be a system of checks and balances. But if they're all colluding, it's
Yeah.
not a system of checks and balances. It's a system of collusion.
Yeah, well, Jeremiah, if you become one branch and you're like, hey, I want Kyle over here on this branch, and I want my brother on this branch. Hey,
Yep.
look, we're all here now.
Yeah.
We'll just do whatever we want.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
what happens. I mean,
We're
you
all
got,
separate but equal. But hey, you know what? As long as you're not looking,
yeah, who's stopping us?
let's all get rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 9/11. Yeah, we have a 900-page debrief investigation. There's nothing weird about it, and we're never going to release it. But we
But
investigated.
you can't look at it.
Yeah, that's what they said. You can't look at it. We have lots of findings. All of the things you guys are saying are false.
Yep.
We won't tell you what's true,
Right?
but that's all false. And trust me, our guys looked
There's
at it.
sensitive information in there that you can't see.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
It's always sensitive information.
Right?
I'm sure they would say that if like your tax return was wrong, and you're like, hey, why is it wrong? They're like, yeah, it's sensitive information, but trust us.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Right?
We know.
Yeah.
It's all the police investigations. Oh, that guy was in jail for 50 years, wrongfully convicted. Yeah, we'll look into it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, was it the judges? We looked into it. It's all good. It's all good. We figured it out.
We did some looking.
Is anyone
just
being
looked
fired?
around.
We don't see that being necessary at this time. Why? You'd internal. We figured it out.
We had a
Wait.
conversation.
It's weird
know?
because that's not even police aren't even government. Yet the company me and you work at, external auditor, audits our company. We
Yes.
pay them to audit us
Right.
and tell us what's wrong.
Yes.
General Motors, I worked there. Huge deal.
Yeah.
Huge. They have hundreds of people doing their own audits on the company, and then they spend millions, if not billions, to have third-party company audit them.
Yep.
To tell them they're wrong.
Yeah. That's the thing. We all know our government's broken. There's nothing you can do about it.
No.
So,
At least for police, there should be. Sure, keep your police union. I don't care, but have an external. If there's a problem,
well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, they have internal affairs, but they're still police.
yes,
Internal affairs are police.
internal
so-
affairs to me, keep it. But if something big happens or something wrong, third party completely deciding what happens to the officer.
Right.
Like you can have internal affairs, like two cops get in a
It's funny
fight.
because, like I said, it reminds me of, the remake of Battlestar Galactica, and there is a civilian like inquiry board during one of those times, where basically they go off the rails. They get power drunk, and they're like accusing everybody and all this kind of stuff. And that's the thing. It's like that's why they're like any type of governance group needs another group that can check its power.
Right.
So there should never be a single group that has all the power over everyone and everything else. So you say, create an external,
Oh yeah, someone have to
auditor,
watch them then.
exactly. Yes, they need to be, monitored as well.
And
And that's
so
why
yeah,
it has to be a circle. It can't be like direct, direct
right.
stuff, but it has to be a circle where
And even if
everybody is keeping everybody else in check, and you all, are working towards the same goal. But,
so, and even if you had one going that way, it's bad. But if we see repercussions,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
all people want to see.
Exactly.
I'm okay with mistakes being made.
Right.
Mistakes happen. So if you say
the fact that our leaders can do things that would be, blatantly illegal for us to do, and they never see any repercussions for.
yeah, that's the problem. We just want
Exactly.
repercussions.
Yeah.
No one's asking for perfect in
Right.
any profession. And the
Well,
thing,
they can't be. They're human. Like they cannot be perfect.
the other thing I see with the police, like, yeah, politicians are bad mostly, or you see a lot of the bad ones. It's hard to get there. You either have to go to school or serve smaller and work your way up. To be in a police force, it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's going to attract a lot. There's very small barriers to become a cop.
Yeah.
And anyone who wants that power can just take it.
Yeah.
You want to be president or a grand jury, or it's not grand jury. Is it grand jury?
What?
To sit on the grand jury?
A grand jury?
Is that what is it called? No, not jury.
Supreme Court?
Supreme Court. There you go.
Justice?
You have to work very hard to get there.
Yeah.
So if you want that power, you're working your whole life to get it.
Right.
A cop, I could decide tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
in our state to go be a cop.
Yeah. 3 months you'd be on the street as a cop. Yeah.
You could be sooner.
Yeah.
There's towns around us that
Yeah.
will deputize you immediately.
Oh, really?
There's a kid that I graduated with who was a cop the day after we graduated, patrolling.
Wow.
I was like, what kind of training did you get? None.
Got a badge.
That's what they gave him, a badge in a car. And I can't say that he's ever done anything wrong. Maybe he just always wanted to be a cop. I don't know. But
Right.
just the fact that it's possible.
Yeah.
Now imagine some guy that's like,
Which is funny because like they take upon themselves, the right to determine which laws you're breaking with no knowledge of them themselves.
oh yeah, of the laws. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. So they're basically assuming that responsibility of like, I'm correct in this situation, ignorant of the laws, and yet it's a crime for you to be ignorant of the law. Like ignorance of the law is no excuse for breaking the law, but they're ignorant of the law. They don't know their own laws that they're enforcing.
Yeah, and I've thought about that so long. I don't know. It's hard to say they need to have a year or two of law, because that's even not enough.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then I think, well, maybe they can't make an arrest, like a physical arrest. You can give a ticket unless they know for a fact it's a law. But that's flawed too, because they could just say, oh, I thought I knew for a fact.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's still flawed.
I mean, I thought I knew for a fact that wasn't against the law when I was
Right.
stabbing that person 37 times. Like, I didn't know there was a law against stabbing someone 37 times.
Well, it's not written that you can't stab them 37 times.
Right. 38. I mean, sure. I mean, that's why I stopped short.
One is bad. You can't do it once. But I thought like 37 was maybe okay.
Yep. One's bad, 38's bad, so went with 37.
Just, yeah, I don't know.
You should have been more clear. I mean, honestly. You expected me to follow the law.
Right.
You should have said, do not stab people 37 times.
I have to read all my labels. I didn't know you couldn't put a toaster in the bathtub. I had to read that. They put that there for me. I didn't know
Right?
my hot coffee from McDonald's was hot. I read that. I do know that certain states, just Washington for one, now everyone has to wear a body cam, and if it malfunctions or anything, it's thrown out immediately.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Sure.
Good start.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't help with the false arrests. You thought the law was one thing, because then they just book you, and
Yeah.
then they're like, sorry.
Well, and that's why they tell you, like, here's the thing. Like, even if you know for a fact you are not breaking the law.
Oh, yeah, you just shut up?
Yeah.
That's all you do?
Don't fight them there on the street.
No.
That's not where you do it. Now, the problem is that even though you are in the right, you get arrested, you get put into the court system, which is also corrupt. And so now you're screwed. Either way.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
very bad.
You're going to get screwed on the street, trying to argue with a cop. You're going to get screwed in the courts because they're not really interested in justice.
No.
So
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah.
So the system that claims to be the justice system doesn't care about justice.
No, as everyone should. If obviously a speeding ticket, don't argue it, just take it. But if it's something more serious, they want to take you downtown, just you go silently. You call a lawyer, the best
Yes.
one you can afford.
Yeah.
That's it. One of the guys on my team at work, he got a speeding ticket, just hired a lawyer.
Yeah.
I was like, you hired a lawyer? He's like, I didn't even want to deal with it. He's like, I didn't show up to court. I didn't do anything. He's like, I might have paid $100 more than the ticket would have been, but I didn't do a single thing. He's like, I called the guy. He handled it all.
Yeah. Do you pay for the legal assistance? Their company offers?
I didn't even know they offer it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. It's an optional thing for your
No, do
benefits
you?
package. No, I didn't take it.
I wonder what you get.
I'm not sure. know. But
That
I know they offer it. So.
conversation ends there. No, I pay for a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like before, I was just doing nothing, and like this year, I'm married, and they're like, "Well, do you want this extra coverage?" I'm like, "How much?" They're like $2. I'm like, "Yep."
It's only
like-
$2. Yeah.
Like,
of course.
do you want
I'll take
your
it.
wife covered? So like, how much is it? They're like, "Oh, that's only 58 cents." I'm like, and what does it get? They're like, "Well, if she gets injured or has something, it's like $500,000 cash. They don't care how you spend it. It's just for anything. That's on top of your medical coverage. It's just 500 grand that you could use it to pay your car bill, your
Yeah.
house bill." I'm like,
Is that what, the medical indemnity or something like that? Hospital indemnity thing?
I don't know. There's a few of them. I paid for all of those random coverages because some are like straight to medical bills. Some are just cash because, you know, if you can't be working, you need it.
Yeah.
Because for $500,000, I would need to be paying that little tiny amount a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why it made sense to me. I was like,
Right.
I will never hit that cap.
Right.
Whereas insurance on my $2,000 motorcycle, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to pay $100 a month. I'm going to hit that $2,000 real fast.
Right.
That I could have just bought. Now, in my case, it was stupid because I got hit by a car before I hit that amount.
Right. Yep.
But still, for lower things, you don't really need it. If your car's worth 10 grand, it's not that hard to get 10 grand, especially if you already had a 10 grand car. Now, 500 grand, if you're not working, that's easy money. I mean, that's a good bet.
Yeah.
The odds are very good for you.
Right.
You probably won't need it. The odds are very high you won't.
Right.
But if you do,
Yeah.
like CPL insurance,
No.
you haven't. My buddy told me about it. He pays for it.
Yeah.
So it's not crazy expensive, but you get it's crazy amounts of money for lawyers automatically.
Yeah.
You know, it's insurance in case you ever have to use
You
it.
should look into that because that's the thing. Like you ever have to defend yourself in a situation, you're gonna need a lawyer, no matter how cut and dried. Like,
Oh yeah.
like black and white, your defense was. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen the clips of self-defense in their home, and the cops are super nice. They're like, yeah, we totally understand. We're with you. Self-defense. We got to take you downtown and
Right.
got to seize the weapon, and then you still have to go to court. You know, to even if you did nothing wrong,
Right.
it's still in court. You're still paying court fines. So yeah, the insurance covers your lawyer up to a certain amount. You can use. They have a network of lawyers, so you can use them or your own. Same amount, doesn't matter. They're going to pay for it either way. But if you don't know one, they're like, well, we have a list of them. Then they cover like loss of work, not lawyer fees, but court fees. All of it's covered.
Huh.
And they're huge coverages, like way more than
Yeah.
I feel like you would have to be like real bad. Like I was defending myself and shot into a crowd and hit 3 people. Like that's the
Right.
amounts of money we're talking.
Yep. I mean,
So,
or the neighbor kids that have been coming in my property happen to be out at the time too, so I kind of figured I'd take care of
right?
two birds, one stone type of deal.
Yeah, there's a few companies. So let me just. Oh yeah, there's like family plans, so everyone's covered. Let's just look at this first one, and I'll spit some numbers. I haven't looked into them. Oh, they'll give you a free gun case.
Oh wow! All
You
right,
sign
well
up.
there you go.
Tell me where are my coverages? Remember that covered 68,900 of their coverages. All right. Okay, so let's just go with platinum, whatever that is. You get self-defense liability insurance, Ask an Attorney video series. So that's Oh, get the most important self-defense questions answered by criminal attorneys, if you want. You get all of the archive of everyone that's ever asked that. Let's see, self-defense
That's
liability
video
insurance.
series, right?
What?
That's just a video series.
It might, and they have one on call you can ask.
Ah.
So you get self-defense liability insurance for defense expenses, no limit. So unlimited limit. Annual limit for compensatory damages. Oh, so any civil damages rendered against you up to $2 million annually. That's pretty good. Any choice of a criminal defense attorney. Choose your own trusted criminal defense or one from our attorney network. 24/7, 365 access to a critical response team. This team is trained crisis managers who will guide you through aftermath of a self-defense incident. Let's see. Yes, questions answered anytime, day or night, by 100% in customer engagement team. Then you get a discount for your family members. You get a magazine. You get updates to all laws. So I mean, but no limit for criminal defense and $2 million annually for civil. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you'd have to screw up pretty bad if you were paying more than $2 million a year.
Right.
For civil liabilities.
Yeah.
Because even if you're criminally wrong, they could still come at you for something weird civilly. So I should have told you how much that costs. Right, that would have wrapped it up. Yeah, it's probably what you're asking.
$7,000 a month. What?
That's $39 a month or $400 a year.
Wow. Okay.
It's not. I mean, it's a lot.
For insurance, yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. Like,
so you can drop down to $300 a month. What is the difference here? Is that still $2 million in civil and no limit? What do we? Oh, you don't get the Ask Attorney video series. I don't have many questions for attorneys. And you only get the magazine for 1 year instead of 5. Yeah, I'm probably going to take that one. $10 less a month, you still get $2 million. Yeah, not bad. So $300 a month from the first company that comes up. And you're set.
A year? $300 a year?
Yeah. Did I say a month?
Yeah.
Oh, they better be doing a lot more than that. They're with you 24/7.
Right?
You don't have to.
It's like that picture I sent you of in case of emergency lawsuit, break glass.
Yeah.
The lawyer behind it. Yeah.
You just pay $300 a month and someone's with you, so you'll never need self-defense.
Right? Yeah. Personal security. There you go.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Shoot that guy for me. All right.
You don't even have to ask. They're just there.
Right?
Just don't even worry about it. All right, with that, we've maybe made some people angry. We've said some
Let's
things.
hope so. Yeah.
We're done. Let's wrap up episode 27.
If you were not offended, then I apologize.
Let me look up the most offensive words to say.
We need to start doing that. We need to start apologizing for not offending people.
I'll just look up most offensive words, and here we go. Let me just read them all out.
There you go.
And that'll get someone.
Well, I mean, I did use the R word, in this podcast. Here's the thing.
This is voted on.
I find people that think the word retarded is some sort of sensitive, offensive word. I think that's retarded.
Okay.
I mean, because
that's not even in the top 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through the top 3 right now. This is voted on. Most offensive words in English. Number 1.
If you say it, then
I'm gonna say it.
Then the automatic. I mean, I think that me just saying retarded is gonna get it.
I'm gonna say it. Out of context, use these wherever you want. Ready?
Flip it.
Cunt. Number 1.
If you're Australian, I mean that's part of every sentence.
All right, number 2, and I use this one a lot. Motherfucker.
You hear that one every day.
I know.
How is that the most offensive?
Number 3, fuck. I mean, I used at least the third most offensive a lot of times.
Those are not the 3 most offensive words. I'm sorry. They're not.
That's what it says.
Whoever put that list
You want to know what number 6 is?
Is a retard.
Bastard. I don't think that would ever offend me. That's just a weird word. Why are you using it? What's really weird is bastard is asterisked out the whole word, but the next word is pussy, and it's not.
Well, they're not in the same category, so.
Damn is number 9. All right, I gotta find a better list.
Who put this list together?
It's voted on. Oh, okay,
Voted
here we
on
go.
By who?
We got mild words, medium words, strong, and the strongest. Cunt, fuck, and motherfucker are the 3 strongest bad words.
Okay.
These
All
guys
right.
have never played Call of Duty.
I guess not.
Here's another list. Number 1 is cunt, then wanker, then motherfucker.
Oh, British.
fuck.
The British list.
So we just
All
added
right.
we just added wanker, but it's the same top 3 every time.
That's funny.
I feel like if someone called me a cunt, I'd just laugh.
Yeah, it's not offensive.
I don't feel it's offensive at all.
It's not. No.
I mean, I watch The Boys. They say it a lot, and it
Right?
doesn't seem offensive.
Yeah.
Anywho, we've just
Well, there you
offended
go.
a lot of people,
Yep.
apparently.
Make up the whole ground.
I've been
for the whole
saying number
podcast.
3 for a long time.
I've said retard so many times this podcast.
It's not on there, you're
this
good.
episode,
It's not
right?
on there. You're
But
good.
I know a lot of people are very, very sensitive about it. But
Are
you know,
they-
like
are
I
they
said,
handicapped?
Context matters.
Are they
all right?
handicapped, the people?
Context matters.
Why?
I would never call a handicapped person a retard.
Right.
That's the context.
But are these people offended? Are they mentally handicapped?
Probably. I mean, they probably are. I mean, they are probably, got using pronouns in their bio, all
But
that kind
if-
of stuff.
if
so, yeah,
they
they're
are
pretty
the-
stupid. Yeah.
I don't know. You can't. To me, you can't be offended on behalf of someone else.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Maybe I guess like
If you're offended on behalf of someone else, you're a retard.
what about like
So.
your wife sitting next to you? I'm not talking Will Smith, but you could be
Right?
offended on their behalf, right?
I honestly, I don't think so. Like, if like
Say you're out to
so
dinner.
okay, so here's the thing. Someone is like berating.
Yes, that's
like,
what I was gonna
berating
say.
my wife, then yes,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
going to intervene. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's okay.
But as far as like someone's talking not about my wife, but something that I know that she's really into, like that she identifies with, and they're talking disparagingly about that topic,
Mhm.
I'm not going to then interject and be like, well, I know that that you like this, so I'm going to defend this thing that I have nothing to do with. Like,
yeah,
like you're welcome to your opinion. You can say that you don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna
like
be
that,
honest with
there's
you.
issues with
if
it.
I'm sitting somewhere and someone's going off about if they're like Blink-182 is the worst band that's ever existed, and I hear them, they're next to me, I'm still not saying anything.
Exactly.
I just-
good for you. You don't,
I'm not
I
even.
don't expect you to
Yeah.
like Blink-182.
I'm not even getting
Yeah.
offended. I wouldn't even get offended if I'm in a restaurant and someone's like, that dude over there with a hat, he's a cunt. I'd be like, well, they think I'm a cunt.
Okay.
like it's just. So
Yeah.
I'll never be offended on someone's behalf.
Right.
Unless maybe they're unable to defend themselves. Like if they're being picked.
Exactly. That's different though.
That
That's
kid,
different.
it's a kid, a child won't
So,
speak up for
Here's
themselves.
the thing though. A lot of times the offense on behalf of others derives from like basically just that that misconception that this should be offensive to you, so I'm going to get offended
Yeah.
on your behalf. You might not even be offended by it, but I'm offended by it.
It's true. I never heard
for
it put
you.
that way.
Yeah.
That is how it is.
It is how it is. It's like you have nothing to do with this situation. You have no dog in the fight. Like no reason to champion this cause. It's like, if they want to fight that, let them.
Yes.
Leave that fight up to them. And if they want to fight it, lend your support.
Hmm.
You don't have to join the fight yourself.
Yeah.
You just be like, yeah,
Well,
I got your back.
with that,
you know?
we've just offended a lot of people. So go ahead and close that now. You weren't offended
right.
before. You're offended
There you
now.
go.
You're definitely offended.
Shooting for offending everybody here. That's the goal.
Yeah, we'll stop that
Equal
hot take.
offense across the board. That way, no one's offended. That's
See,
the goal.
if you guys were in the comments and you started us off on this tangent before, you could have had a crazy podcast that went on way long. Like this
Right?
one's already long.
Yeah.
But if you like rants like that, you got to get in the comments.
Man, I could hit so many topics about offensive stuff. Yeah.
I mean, just as heated like that and not just a normal conversation. You got to get involved.
right.
Like callers in on the radio show.
Let's take some strong stances on
Hot
things
takes.
that we shouldn't be taking strong stances on.
Anything.
Those are the best kind, though.
You want to get me heated
Yeah.
on anything yet?
Yeah.
Just anything we talked about. Listen to some of our podcasts, find out what I really like, and just start talking shit about it in the
There you
comments.
go.
That's what you do.
Yep.
Just talk mad shit and get me heated. I like it. I like to
Right?
be riled up. You get it out.
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
fun,
Yep. You got to have some of that, verbal sparring going on there.
right?
Yeah.
I'd
love it.
I'd like you to come in and tell us how bad we are at this.
We know we're bad, but you can say it. You can. Yep.
Yeah, so if you came in and you
Point it
started
out.
berating us
Criticize
about
it.
bad, I'm going to agree with you,
Yep.
but then I'm going to fight you on it.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like that is like what a lot of people seem to forget is that they think it's fair game to criticize people and not get any criticism in return.
It is. I'll
Like,
take it. If
you're that's the thing. You're going to criticize something, you're opening yourself up to criticism. Just that's the way it is, and you have to accept that. You have to be okay with that. Otherwise, keep your opinion to yourself.
Hmm.
So, anyway. All right. So that was episode 27 of Zero Intentions Podcast. I'm Jeremiah. This is Kyle. All of our previous episodes are migrated over to YouTube. Keep them all over there. The link for which is in the description here on Twitch. So be sure to go over there, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff that makes you a good person on YouTube. I know it's a terrible platform, but hey, it's
Right.
that's a topic for another day.
If
But
you
anyway,
want to get
so-
$1 million tomorrow, you like that.
There you go.
If you don't want your mom to die, if you want to cure cancer, what are the other clickbaity ones? If you want your dreams to come true, that girl to fall in love with you, if you're a Christian woman, Christian
all of
man,
that's guaranteed.
if you love
just
Jesus,
just
you
by
have to like it.
Liking our video.
If you don't like it, you don't love Jesus. It's simple as
Yep.
that.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Kit Boga again recently.
I don't know who that
Messing with
is.
scammers.
Oh, those
Yeah.
guys.
Love it. Yeah. They try all that kind of stuff. They're like, I'm sending the police to your house,
Yeah, we'll send the
Gonna
police
get
to your
you-
house. Yeah.
gonna get you arrested. You're gonna be behind the bars.
Oh, yeah.
So
We'll dox you. I don't know if you knew, but I'm IRS and he is CIA.
that's right.
It's crazy. We'll find you.
Yeah.
Grogu is FBI and a Navy SEAL. Both.
All right. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely feel free to jump in the either the live comments during the live stream, which usually happens on Friday, except for last week, which was my fault. Or leave a comment on YouTube. And we'd love to get some suggestions for topics to talk about. Feel free to be engaged, be part of this conversation. There really is no show plan, so whatever we feel like talking about, we talk about. So if you have an idea of something that interests you that you want to talk about, throw it in the chat. We'll have a conversation about it. So
Gonna hit our tagline before we
get our
go.
tagline. So I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I said a lot of offensive things this episode, and I make no apologies. I shouldn't say I never apologize, but I'm not going to apologize about that because there's no reason to be sorry for something. Like, I have strong opinions. You're welcome to your own opinion.
As you
Let's
can all
leave it
see,
at
we
that.
got Jeremiah heated today.
This is a very, very, this
He
is
can't even
something
get
I'm
the
very
he can't even get
passionate
the
about.
tagline out.
Let me get to the top. Let me get to the tagline. Yes.
Always heated.
So, if you were offended, which is a high chance you were, but if you were offended, as always, we suggested you zip it.
Thank you. If you want to see this man get like this, I'm loving it. I'm energized.
Very animated.
Yeah, we
Listen, I've had
keep
a
back.
whole beer. All right.
Oh, that's what it is. I got to get him
So
drinking.
I'm
That's
very-
what it is.
I'm not drunk because I've never been drunk, but I'm very
That's
very
it.
passionate. Very very.
We're rolling the
this.
ending. That's a
Yeah.
black screen. I forget. Yeah, we got to get you more drinking on this. That's what it is. I just looked into that Gen Zer Nintendo Switch XL.
Yeah.
The Gen Zer for sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely Gen Z.
2.4 thousand followers,
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
and has
Awesome.
like a stream for when they're offline
Yeah.
and comments. So I don't know if they're like a bot account or a company, but
Well,
Hey, thanks.
if you're a real person, yeah.
thanks for watching.
Good
and
for you. Yep. Thanks for
the-
stopping by.
the Delo TX. Oop, I just commented their name. I want to go to their profile. It won't let me, so they might be fake.
Ah.
Anyway, thanks for sticking around, folks.